everybody, I'm McKenna Barton and I'm a senior here at SBA if you don't know me. And for my whole life I've grown up in a Christian household, and my family and I attended Bellevue Baptist Church, and I was baptized there when I was 9. My family and I continue to go there, but now we attend Hope Church. I've attended a private Christian school from 7th grade to now. Throughout my life there have been times when I've skipped church, and sometimes I've never felt guilty, which I know is not right. I'll admit, I never really thought church and my faith was as important as it is. Looking back, church was a big part of my life when I was younger. Then there was a time where it started to not be. I was always taught to say my prayers and read my Bible, but I never noticed myself diving deeper. This was nobody's fault but my own, and I knew God loved me, but I never fully understood that. Until 2020, I have considered my relationship with Christ as average. The year 2020, I would say my faith began to slip. It was around the start of my sophomore year, I slowly began to fall into a hole I never thought I would be in. I began to develop a few eating problems and an image of myself that I hated. I started hating almost everything about myself and how I appeared to others. And some days it was kind of hard to get out of the bed and just simply live. And halfway through the school year, school got pretty tough, so I decided to pull out and I became homeschooled for the rest of my sophomore year. I decided to pull out until I started junior year, and this was one of the most challenging times in my life. I had a job, and I felt like I had nobody besides my family, really. So I did feel pretty alone, and I was not talking to God like I knew I should have been. And I felt like I had no purpose at this time in my life, and I began to ask God, where are you, and can you feel my pain? I would occasionally mention it to my parents, but sometimes they don't understand, and that's okay because they're my best friends, and I know they try their best to understand. And I decided I would fight this voice telling me I was not worthy of love. And my parents played a huge role in getting me back to Christ, whether they realized it or not. And when I started going back to church, it was a breath of fresh air. I started to be more active in my prayer life and began to read my Bible every day. Over the last few years, I have done many things to improve my faith life, and this was the beginning of a new faith journey. I came back to school for junior year, and being able to go to SBA is one of the biggest blessings that God has brought into my life. I have not only met friends, but I've met family within these walls, and God has placed the most amazing people in my life, a lot of which are sitting in this room right now. I love you all and what you have shown me. Through these people, God has shown me love, faith, strength, and Himself. I remember driving home one night from a football game, and I was alone, and something inside of me told me that I am worthy, and I am worthy of God's love and everybody's love. To this day, I believe it was God, and at that moment, I knew I would be okay. And I knew God was healing me one day at a time. But before this event in my life, I was spiritual, maybe a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, and I'm proud to say that number has increased as of now. Without the amazing people I've grown to know and love, I would not be where I am today. God is working and healing me through others, but ultimately it is through God that I am still learning that I am worthy and enough of love, especially His love. To this day, God is still in the process of healing me, and He is spiritually changing and challenging me every single day. No matter what anyone tells you, always know you are so loved, even when it doesn't seem that way. At the end of the day, all that matters is you are worthy and loved in the eyes of God. And today I would consider myself the strongest and most spiritual version of myself. And I know my pain is all for a reason, and the reasons slowly reveal themselves through God every single day. I give all my thanks and glory to God for everything He has brought into my life, especially the wonderful people, and I will call my best friends forever. You are all so loved. If it wasn't for the people God used to heal me, I don't know how I would be doing today. You are all so loved, and never give up, and know there's always hope no matter any circumstances. God is there with open arms, and I can't wait for what God has in store for me. This is only the beginning.